Good evening.
Hey, what's up? Actual Dracula back here with another haul video. I'm going to show you guys what I picked up from Toronto Comicon this past weekend. Picked up some cool books, even some artwork. But before I show you that, I have one little package here I got to open up. This is an AOK I received from my Quebecois friend Jean Malo, aka Jean Malo, however you want to say it. I believe both are acceptable. But Jean sent me this, and I don't know what's inside, so I'm going to find out right now. Look at that. It's a keychain, but it's also a mini slab. That's right, that is a Tomb of Dracula issue 1 in a CGC 9.8. Beauty. Alright, I do have a copy of Tomb of Dracula issue 1, but I can tell you that it's not a 9.8. So looks like I got one in my collection now. That's phenomenal. It's got the back cover as well there. Excellent. So I can see why Jean thought I would like this, because I absolutely do. It's one of my favorite books ever. It's got, of course, that classic Neil Adams cover. And yeah, thank you, Jean. That is excellent. Tomb number 1. Alright, so let's get into my haul from Toronto Comicon. Now, Toronto has two big conventions every year. There's Fan Expo, and then there's Toronto Comicon. And they're pretty similar. They both take place at the convention center. Fan Expo is usually just a little bigger with more guests, more creators, more celebrities, all that. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. This was a very busy, very packed con on Sunday. But I did pick up some cool books and chatted with some creators, including my guy, Mike Schwartz, the man behind Armored, the writer of Armored. And this is a great book I've talked about on my channel before. I've even interviewed Mike previously. And yeah, highly recommend this. It's a book about a haunted suit of armor. And I have the other issues of Armored, but I did not have this. So Mike gave me this one. So thank you very much, Mike. And this is a special issue of Armored. It is the Wizards half issue. You guys all remember Wizards half, right? You could mail in and get these half issue exclusives that Wizard magazine put out. Now, as we can see here, this is actually Wizards, the podcast guide to comics. All right, so that is Wizards half. You got the so designed like Wizard magazine, and when you open it up, it is designed just like Wizard magazine. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean that is spot on with the Wizard homage there. You even got a casting call. Yeah, this is really perfect. So yes, again, thank you, Mike. Always good to see you. And yeah, this is awesome. Wizards half. Check out Armored, guys. We got another book from another local creator. This is Balik Bayan, written by Jeff Estrella, art by Fabian Lelay. And I picked this up at editor extraordinaire Alison O'Toole's table. She was there hawking some of Chip's wares, as she's the editor on many of Chip Zdarsky's books. But she had some other books there as well from other creators, including this. And this is, I guess, a Filipino horror, Filipino like ghost story. And it sounds like something that was right up my alley. The artwork looks really great. And yeah, I'm really... I've always been fascinated with like Filipino mythological creatures like Tikbalang and Manananggal, the Filipino vampires. So that is Balik Bayan. One more pickup here from another local creator. This is Dave Praetorious, who I had the pleasure of meeting last year. Now Dave also made this book, Kaiju Panic. This is drawn by Dave, written by his son Wolf, and this is fantastic. This is a really great dinosaur kaiju book. Highly recommend it. I really love this, and Dave's an incredible artist. So I picked up this sketchbook he had, which is just some of his ink drawings. I really like his art a lot. And so in addition to these, he was also selling a bunch of original artwork, some sketch cards, and some larger pieces. So when I saw this, I had to get this. This is an amazing Cyclops piece by Dave. That's just gorgeous. Yeah, really great line work. He's even got some zips on there as well. And yeah, I really love this. Of course, you got Cyclops in the X Factor suit, which is probably my favorite. And yeah, really love this. Always happy, of course, to help support other local creators and artists. And this is just an amazing piece. So I was really happy to have this. So yeah, thank you for all that, Dave. Now we'll get into some back issues. And in the famous words of West Coast Davengers, see Todd, buy Todd. So I saw Todd and I bought Todd. Yeah, that is right. This is the Olympians issue 1 from Epic Comics. And so this is this cover was penciled by someone whose name I can't remember. Shawl something. You can look it up. Shalgren or Shalden or whatever. That's not why I bought it. I bought it because you take one quick glance at this, you can see the hand of Todd on this cover as he did the inks over the mysterious gentleman's pencils. So yes, that is why I got this. This is a cover inked by Todd McFarlane, and this was 1991. So this was somewhere in between that, that transition from Marvel to Image. I'm not sure where this falls on that timeline, but still just a pretty cool kind of just random cover that he did, I guess. Pretty cool find, so I picked it up. Next, we've got X-Men Classic issue 69 with a really fantastic Mike Mignola cover with Storm transforming into one of the Brood, and I'm a sucker for all white covers and always a sucker for a great Mignola cover, so I grabbed that. And then one series that I'm always kind of slowly picking away at is MCP, Marvel Comics Presents. So I picked up a couple issues I didn't have, including issue 105, another great Sam Keith cover. And speaking of Sam Keith covers, we've got, this is probably one of the better known covers in the series. This is issue 85. Stellar work from Keith. And of course, he has so many great covers in this series. A big part of the reason why I started picking it up. Him and Barry Windsor Smith, of course. And then another series that I'm trying to finish off is this Richard Corbin's Shadows on the Grave. That's such a great cover, and the interiors also. I mean, it's Richard Corbin, so yeah, you know what to expect from that. And then this was a cool little find as well. The art of Aubrey Beardsley is one of my favorite turn of the century artists. Big part of the whole Art Nouveau movement. Yeah, this is basically just there's some text, but it's mostly just his artwork. And yeah, he was one of my favorite artists. Really did a lot of was big on that, showing kind of the debauchery of high society. Did a lot of erotic art, and yeah, just really great stuff. So it's a cool find, Aubrey Beardsley. Then we got Star Trek Deep Space Nine issue 1, the Malibu Comics limited edition, and I've never seen this before, but man, that is dope cover. It's all black with some embossed lettering. You got the foil as well, and of course DS9 right there on the front. And I'm actually currently in the middle of rewatching Deep Space Nine, so kind of perfect timing, and maybe that's why I found this. But yeah, very cool Star Trek book. And we got Zap issue 7, second printing. Yeah. So, it's Zap, one of the really most important books of the underground comics scene. So you got Robert Crumb, you got Robert Williams, Victor Moscosco in here. I think a couple other comics. Yeah, just it's Zap, of course. And that's just such a great cover. So I got that. Speaking of great covers, Death Rattle issue 13 from Kitchen Sink Press. I picked up a bunch of these at Heroes Con last year, but this one I'd never seen before, and that is a phenomenal cover by, I believe it's Robert Berger. And I just love everything about this. The black and white zigzags, the whole color scheme with the like lilac and the light green, and it's very 80s looking. Got some Biz, I've got some Eastman, I've got some Melting Pot. Alright, this is Melting Pot issue 1 from Kevin Eastman, Eric Talbot, and Simon Bisley. Of course, Eastman and Bisley, this is one of their several different collaborations. I believe this was a 4-issue series, Melting Pot. So there's book 1 I got, book 2, incredible cover, and then book 3, oh yeah, another incredible cover, of course, it's the Biz. Yeah, so that I was super stoked to find these 3. The vendor did not have issue 4, so I'll have to find that somewhere else, but that's okay because did have something very cool, which was the Melting Pot sketchbook. And yeah, it's just what it sounds like. It's got some character sketches, page layouts, all that good stuff. So this will do well in its stead, in the stead of issue 4. I'm happy to have found this, so it's all good. Vigilante is a series that honestly I don't think has a bad cover. They're all bangers, including this one by Joe Kubert. I did not realize Joe Kubert did any covers for Vigilante, but he did this one, and that's a beauty. Really great negative space cover there. Yeah, so good. Don't need to say much about that. Kubert, Vigilante, excellent cover. And another series that I like to collect is Sea Devils. Some Silver Age DC goodness here, and this is another series that always has phenomenal covers. As you can see here, just use your eyeballs. Just a few books left, including this bad boy right here, Detective Comics 341, which is like I've wanted this book for a long time. It's got that iconic 3-panel cover by Carmine Infantino with the Joker as Batman. There is no more Batman. It's actually Joker. Yeah, I've always loved this cover so much, and now I got it. And we got a couple issues of Swamp Thing. This is Swamp Thing 82 with a really great John Tolobin cover. Swamp Thing Soldier. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. From John Tolobin, we'll throw it back to Bernie, the great Bernie Wrightson. This is Swamp Thing issue 10, and this is Bernie's final work on Swamp Thing, his final issue. Nestor Redondo took over the art duties after this in issue 11, and yeah, I don't need to say anything about that. It's Bernie's, one of the goats, and of course he went out with a bang here on Swamp Thing with another phenomenal cover, and yeah, he's just one of my favorite artists of all time, so I was really happy to pick up his last issue of Swamp Thing. And my final book pickup, and this is a book that for whatever reason has eluded me, at least in a raw copy. I've seen it, I've seen graded copies of this, but I don't want a graded copy. I want a raw copy. I'm a raw dog, and I just haven't been able to find one until now, and that is Tomb of Dracula issue 12. This is the second appearance of Blade. Of course, issue 10 is Blade's first appearance. I don't have that yet still, but what's the next best thing? Second appearance, of course. And yeah, like I said, whenever I go to like shops or cons, I'll typically look through what they have for Tomb of Dracula, and always they have number 12. Do they have it? Do they have it? No, they don't have it. At least not in a raw copy for whatever reason. It's been hard to find, but I finally got one, and it's a pretty nice copy. And yeah, I'm just finally happy to have this, add this to the collection. And yeah, it's Tomb of Dracula. There you go. Second blade. All right, and that will do it for this, guys. Thank you for watching. Oh, be sure to check out below all the links. Armored, Mike Schwartz, there's Balik Balan. Check that out, and of course Dave Praetorious, who you can find as Red Eye Draws on Instagram and redeyedraws.com. I believe in there. Yeah, there you go. Red Eye Draws, Cyclops, perfect. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.